Okay, we are back again. Um, let's see how this one goes here. Um, Let me just get my comments up here. Hello, thank you very much. Thanks, Dhruv. Hello. Hey, guys. Um, yeah, oof. I'm not seeing any flickering. I think things are actually okay now. Let's hope for the best. Predict essay score. Guys, I gotta be honest, it's looking really good here. Touch wood. Touch a bit of a cricket bat wood. It's looking very good here. I love the fact that Tristan. Oh, goodness me, are we turning this into a rugby match now? It seems. Siraj, you're not going to play rugby with a South African. I got to tell you that, mate. Yeah, Tristan at 3. It's what we all want, I think. I'm pretty sure he averages over 50 at 3. He's played all over the world now at 3, or at least 2 or 3 locations. Yeah. Okay. Who is a legend? Hope Siraj is all right. Oh, goodness, I can see he's actually injured. Goodness. That would be a blow. What do you guys think of selection? I think South Africa will lead. Yeah, yeah, agreed. Um, yeah, in the other, I think South Africa, always anything above 300 in India. Well, not in the previous test. Look, I think from what we're seeing here now is that I think we're going to see an example of a very good test match. I think this one can go 4 days. Remain neutral. I'm going to try and be a little bit more neutral today. I am. Obviously, like I said, I'm going to try my best. No promises there. Watching Ridiculous from the Ashes. Yeah, really shocked to see how few people are here. Um, I feel like maybe I was watching a couple of Ashes live streams as well. I think, guys, cricket live streaming is something that it's something that's going to come on the rise. So we're all trying to jump on board. As you can see, I've made some real efforts here with the Christmas themes that I've got coming up here. I've got a scorecard here. Obviously, with all of these new themes, my computer, I don't have a MacBook. My computer, I think, is pretty average, but I feel like I should be nice to my computer before it crashes again. You see, I absolutely love this interface, but let's see here, view docs. Thanks so much, Dhruv. Okay. Right. I can see your comments here now. John Badega, test on. Yeah, guys, let's take a minute to talk about Temba. I mean, just going from strength to strength. Super proud of him here. This has the making to be a big partnership, I think. What did you guys think of Nitish Kumar Reddy coming in? Missing Rohit and Virat in tests. Yes, I agree. I agree 100%. Good Lord. I agree 100%. There we go. Okay, much better. When will I come to India? I'm speaking to a couple of people. speaking to a couple of people about possibly coming for the World Cup. Rassi van Adissen. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Rassi van Adissen. I always have been. I also thought that he was a fantastic test player. He was one of those guys that, when he came in, I think the opposition, ooh, a little inside edge saves Temba here. Guys, another interesting bit I feel is I'm just wondering how this pitch, because remember in the previous game, the mornings were quite tough to bowl, and then in the afternoon, things started getting better. The ball's already 50 overs old. It's already 50 overs we've seen. So I'm just wondering, is Siraj gonna... They were speaking about reverse swing earlier on. Love the selection of Mutusami, yeah. Yeah. I'm also obviously very happy that Mutusami is back in the sides. Yeah, the Aussies, I think yesterday England, they were incredibly confident. My opinion on the Ashes right now is that I think I said earlier in that quick 2-minute stream, I'm feeling the exact same scenario as the World Test Championship final, um, where Australia are probably going to get really nice batting conditions tomorrow, day 3. So, no, I actually think my money's on Australia. Um, Beneath the Southern Cross, I stand. No, my money is on Australia. I think England... I can't really comment on England's batting, although I think we all know how England bats. I assume they just kind of went for it. I don't know. I didn't watch that this morning. It was all obviously about South Africa and India for me. Yeah, what's your opinion, guys? Are you thinking England? Are you thinking Australia? On the other hand, though, I thought England, that's the best fast bowling I've seen from England since, Stuart Broad retired. So, please, ma'am, remain neutral. I'm gonna try my best. At this moment, the game is just kind of... the match is very chilled. So I feel like right now I can be quite neutral because South Africa, we're almost going at 3 and over. I've got my UK 40k Poms. Yeah, look, and I also think the moment Cummins and Hazelwood gets back into the side, it's just going to be even tougher for England. Yeah, so what I was saying about this Guwahati pitch, I think what we're going to have here is, my feeling is 4 days of cricket. I don't know if it's going to go to a fifth. I don't know if there's any rain predicted. If there's any rain predicted, guys, please let me know. Unless, of course, Bumrah has something to say about it. What a ball, again, to Aiden Markram. I kind of feel for Aiden. A friend of mine, Abhishek, sent me a stat earlier on. Aiden Markram has 100 runs against Bumrah, been dismissed 4 times, and he averages 28-29. Now, to be honest, I don't think that's too bad, because he'll have faced Bumrah in South Africa, which must be a dream for Bumrah, and then he would have faced Bumrah here, where I think the pitches, especially day 1, it's been very good for the fast bowlers. Travis Head has opened for the Aussies. Top... What? I need to just actually see what the hell is going on. Look, I mean, I guess my question to everybody is... Oh, wow. Well, what's the story with Khawaja, guys? Does anybody have some updates on that? What is your opinion on the pitch? And just as I speak, ladies and gentlemen, not the greatest start for Weatherald. See, that's the problem when you pick players and you build them up. I always feel for players when... And I feel like this is something... I'm really happy that South Africa, that we don't do this. We don't ever put... because I saw a lot of podcasts about Weatherald, and they were just praising him left and right. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't wait to see what Weatherall does. I've never seen him play, and now two ducks in the first game. Usman is busy. Also, the first innings, yes, yes, acknowledge H4T. I think the Guwahati pitch. Yeah, I think Berger is in. I think he's in the white ball squad. I saw the squad yesterday. Oh, back spasm, guys. What is it with people coming into these test match series? I mean, this is huge right now. You've got India versus South Africa. You've got England versus Australia. This is. Get those massages beforehand, please. Um, I have to say, from an Australian perspective, I quite like Travis Head opening, because maybe they feel that they need somebody at the top there that's really going to go for it. And if they can knock down, 30, 40, 50 runs. Wow, that's just going past. I don't know. Tell me if you guys feel the same about this, right? But Tristan Stubbs reminds me a little bit of Stephen Smith, just in terms of how he is at the crease, right? Very fidgety, very busy, moving the feet. It almost looks as though they're on the dance floor a little bit. I mean, it makes you kind of nervous as a fan, but I think what we saw from Stephen Smith over the years, obviously, is that usually that means he's gonna get runs. I remember the Ashes in England; it was a very similar story. Um, at this point, yeah, a lot of people were saying that beforehand about Khawaja. Look, guys, I think the one thing that I will say is that this Australian team, it really does feel like if they don't win the trophy in this cycle, I don't think that they'll have much of a chance in the next cycle. There's just too many players. And this is something that I saw the Australian media speak about last year. Yeah, Ishan, that's not a there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of facts in that. They're already, he's got the best record as a captain in Test cricket. So yeah, make us a plan for this, because yeah, I think like I said, I predicted that we could win this 2-0. Um, just because I feel like India, you're going through a transition period, but then some people say that what transition period? A lot of these guys in your test team, they've played a lot of cricket, and they've played for India quite a lot. I think this South African team, it's just really it's well balanced. Again, still, I would make some changes, but this is the team that they're going for. It could have been interesting to see Ngidi actually in this game as well. And yes, of course, Nandre Berger, I would always like to see him. But yeah, this is where we are. Look, I just feel like at least this week, India, your pitch won't be in the media. But I can tell you right now, I'm looking forward to see what Sunny Gavaskar has to say about the pitch in Perth. In Perth. Interesting this, that it's probably going to be lunch soon. I feel like this is going to be the last over before it's lunch. Yeah, guys, Australia, they're really going here. 22. Oh, Weatherall is not out. Let's see what happened there. I guess they reviewed it. Oh, they thought he nicked it, guys. Yeah, apparently the Jamie Smith dismissal was quite controversial. I don't know, did you guys see the Jamie Smith dismissal? Hi there. Hello. Future of make a vlog on the beach. It's already tough to make a vlog in my home. How must I make the vlog on the beach? Yeah, look, I mean, I said this week that if you take the last 3 4 years into account, I think Temba Bavuma, um, he should be in the conversation of the, what do they call it, the Fab Four. I really really think so. Um, so yeah, a good save there. Yeah, so Sai Sudarshan is in. You've got Nitish Kumar. What do you guys think of Nitish Kumar Reddy being in? What is your opinion on that? That was actually much closer than I think we thought. This is good from Stubbs, though. I mean, South Africa bats till 11. So I don't want to really throw out a score here. I think anything above 300 is fantastic. But obviously, if you can only bat once, that would be fantastic. At the end of the first session, when England were 1 down, yeah, that's been the give it to us because the pitch is better for batting now. Australia will win. Yeah, I also my bet is also on Australia. Look, guys, I think the pitch that India played on in Perth was actually a lot tougher than this one. The current one in Perth, I feel as though I just don't think the batting has been very, very good. You keep hearing the commentators say that they're quite surprised by this. I feel like a reason that they're also saying that is because, geez, everybody was talking about the pitch in Kolkata, but now the same thing is happening in Australia, if not worse. Gambhir is trying to groom Nitish. Yeah, India is not any Hardik Pandya. Yeah, true. Graham Smith was also my grandfather's favorite player. Um, my grandfather said when Graham was very very young, because remember he became captain at a very young age, and the moment he became captain, my grandfather actually said he's gonna be one of South Africa's greatest captains, and he was. You think of that era under Graham Smith, it was absolutely phenomenal. Sorry, and hopefully Temba can build something even better. Yeah, the cap is just something that I wore one day on Instagram, and like over a year ago, a year and a half ago, and it just kind of became my thing. So hence, a lot of people don't actually recognize me without the cap because I do think I look quite different. Don't underestimate England. Are you, Ishan? Are you, who's your team? Where are you from? Yeah, this is very good by Temba. Just moving along. I mean, I assume who's there in the crowd? Do you know? I do know Jake. I've seen a bit of him on Instagram. I would want to say that South Africa is the best all format team, but I would really want us to actually win a white ball trophy. But in terms of consistency, you can look at the women as well. I do think that our cricket is in a very very good state right now. That's for sure. Guys, who's going to break through here for India? Who do we feel is the most likely to take a wicket? Now, for me, earlier on in the day, I thought Kuldeep Yadav actually looked the best. Um, this is just a little bit too easy now because I don't know if there's too much in it for the spinners right now, but obviously a mystery spin could really change that. Look, I think the thing with Rassi is something that I also don't quite understand because the one moment he was one of the best, I think he was the number one ODI batter in the world, right? I mean, his record in ODI cricket is just was absolutely phenomenal, and he was also one of our best test players. And then I don't know, it was maybe playing leagues around the world, and which is understandable because South African cricketers, they don't get paid that much money, so in order for you to make a living out of this, you need to go and play around the world. And then all of a sudden there were just new players, and it's not as if he didn't perform well. He performed really, really well in ODI cricket, in Test cricket. He was one of the stalwarts. Him and Temba, for example, a lot of great partnerships in Test cricket. They also both they played for the same province, Johannesburg, at the Wanderers. Maybe Jadeja. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because now the thing is, Sundar was I think he only bowled one over in that first game. So now I'm kind of like Lance Klusener. Yeah, I feel like if Lance Klusener was playing today, I do feel like that would have been quite epic. He was quite before his time, Klusener. Yes, I know South Africa is hosting the G20 right now. It's a big event for South Africa. There's obviously there's a lot of things in the press about Donald Trump and yeah, and everything that's going on there. If Uzi's out for the second test, he opens with Weatherald. Yeah, you guys. Well, yeah, it seems that's yeah, guys. Like I said, my bet is 100% on Australia. I just do think tomorrow the conditions are going to be even better, right? And they still have an hour and 40 left to play. IPL pays Proteas enough. Why do they care about every... Yeah, that's a good point to make. Why do they have to play so many leagues? I don't know. It's very difficult for me to give my opinion about that. I do think that you should prioritize your country. I do feel as though that's something that Rasi definitely did. Like I said, I don't quite know. We don't always know everything that goes on with CSA and with... There's another boundary there. Yeah, things are cooking there for Australia. It's amazing Test cricket, guys. I think yesterday England were... That's a fantastic shot there by Bavuma. He moves along too. I've probably got two there. I wonder what this partnership is on now. This is very, very good for South Africa. 73 runs at 27.3 overs in this session. 1 wicket fell. Thanks, Mohammed. Yeah, guys. Yeah, the weather again, it looks really... Guys, does anybody know about the weather prediction for the next few days in Guwahati? That's real. Ooh, Siraj is getting fired up, guys. He is getting... If he starts doing things like he just did, wanting to throw the batter with the cricket ball, it means something is brewing. I have a couple of friends in Melbourne, actually, so... Okay. So this should be the last over, guys. This should be our last over. I don't know. Is that Hindi that you're speaking there, Mebanata? For the SA20, yeah, I really liked their team. I liked a lot of the players in that team. Stubbs, Markram, Janssen, Simon Harmer played for them, Liam Dawson, young Jordan Harman was also... Yeah, I really liked that team, but I am supporting a team this year. I shall also be working with a team this year. It's never... The SA20, it's never really been like a support this team, support that team. It's... This is my team now. I'm committed to this team. I don't know. I think we've spoken about football before. That's really well done there by Stubbs. Yeah, terrible for Markram. It was Hindi. Okay, terrible for Markram. Who do you guys support in the SA20, by the way? I do think that this SA20 season is going to be very good. I was at the auction, some really great buys. I thought some of the players, the teams all look really, really strong. I really don't think you can predict and say, this team is stronger. Do you think time mid-season surprised? Yeah. Yeah. I kind of thought that people were going to say DSG. Um, Look, I think MI Cape Town looks really strong. Um, yes, Durban looks really strong. I thought the Sunrisers, they look really strong again. I thought they had a really good auction. I'll put it that way. I think the Sunrisers had a really, really good auction. Pretoria, they've got their homeboy, Dieval Brevis. So that's quite big. Yeah, maybe Mohammed. Maybe that's an idea. Good shot there by Tristan Stubbs. Is that going to be the session? Let's maybe switch over to the Ashes, guys. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Right, we're on the Ashes now. Already 40 runs by Travis Head. Not by Travis Head, by Travis Head. And yeah, well, he's already got 26 from 25. Basically run a ball. Absolutely amazing. I have to remember. Ooh, I mean, they've got Faf. I feel like Jay, yeah, I've switched over to the Ashes now. I think Faf, trying to see, let me quickly see who JSK squad, if I can remember. I remember them, they bought quite a few people at the end. They've got Nandre Berger, they've got Donovan Ferreira, Akil Hussein, because remember Brandon King, Vian Mulder, well, they've got Riley Rousseau, Steve Stolk, Imran Tahir, guys, so Brian, Reese Topley, Daniel Worrell. Yeah, it's, again, pretty decent team, but let's look at the batting, though. Are they a little thin in the batting department? Maybe, but some really good bowlers, I think. Yeah, I have to say, from England's point of view, the fast bowling yesterday from them was really, really good. Like the perfect example of partnership bowling. Now, guys, I just wanna touch on something else here. Is that both England and India in that series, in June, when was it? Both teams were in winning positions at times, and then the match went the other way. Now, the one that really stands out for me is the last game, which was definitely India's best game, I think, in that entire series. Um, and again, there, that might play on England's mind, where they'll feel, we were so ahead of this game. And the last game they played against India, they were also ahead of the game. But then India came back and really won that game very well. Christ. Easy as you like, yeah. Bryden Cast is in now. The other thing as well is, how many games are Archer gonna play? How many games are Wood gonna be playing? Oh, So I wonder how many South Africa has to win. Can you do the calculations for South Africa, because we've got England and Australia at home. So yeah, yeah, I remember that game. That was a absolutely fantastic game. That game I enjoyed the most because I felt like the bowlers were in it. I thought that some of the pitches were quite flat in England. Not the Lord's pitch. The Lord's pitch was really, really good. And then, yeah, the last pitch was at Headingley. Great. I really enjoyed those two games. I mean, Manchester, I guess we should be happy that it didn't rain out. But, yeah, that pitch, we're cruising. Yeah, I mean, how much time is left in the day, guys? Is there an hour and a half left in the Ashes here? That's my question. Um, because yeah, with the way this is going, I feel like it's gonna finish even faster than India's game. I feel sorry for the pitch curator because I feel like he's also gonna come under scrutiny. I'll have to watch the highlights of England's batting this morning. How do I view Ben Stokes as a captain? I think he's incredible. Oh, what's happening here, guys? Oh my goodness, what a six. What a six. 50-run partnership. Yeah, I think Australia know exactly what it is that they're going to be doing for the rest of the series, guys. But then who do you bring in though? I mean, what would you then do with Kawaja? I don't think I've ever seen him bat at like a number 4 position, or because you're not going to move Steve Smith out of his position. Are you going to put Marnes at number 5? What do you then do with Kawaja? What's your opinion on that? Yeah, that was a fantastic shot by Travis. Who doesn't? Ouch. What is this about? Ouch, who doesn't? Yeah, it's well played. I just feel like England have absolutely no answers here. This is it, guys. And again, I just feel like, could England not have, was it just too difficult to play themselves into a position to play in these conditions? Usman will retire in the middle of the series. Bretley or Dale Steyn? Well, definitely Dale Steyn. It's, you're asking me a question where I've got no choice but to be incredibly biased. Dale Steyn was one of my absolute favourite cricketers. Absolute favourite cricketers. 36 over, they say. Yeah, are you talking about the overs? Yeah. Yeah, I'm also feeling a bit like maybe India, South Africa will be better tomorrow. I'm not sure. Just see quickly. I mean, 9.4 overs. What did Jofra Archer do? He was really, really good. Scorecard. Archer, 4 overs, 18 runs, 4.5. Guys, I think from an England's perspective, it's probably time to bring in Ben Stokes. Yeah, 56. I'm also on that now. 56 for no wicket. 57 now, guys. That's a wide. I really think that England need to bring in Ben Stokes, because if I'm not mistaken, there's still an hour and a half's play left. Or am I just being crazy now? Humiliation submission. Pack your bags and roam from the Gabba to the G. We've shown him how it's done. 8 wickets on the board, and Aussies having fun. Yeah, I gotta say, the Barmy Army, Oh, I just saw them clapping there in the background. Jeez, that's a lot of people, hey? That's a lot of people from England there. Yeah, this is really good for Weatherald. I think it's always tough, you know, you start your test career and you're out for a duck. Oh, yeah, that was a fantastic shot there as well. Yeah, Travis Head is just doing Travis Head things. So, yeah, good for Weatherald. There's like 30 overs left in the day. Guys, on the other side of the spectrum, South Africa versus India, there's like 20 overs left. 25. So things are definitely moving along. Remaining home tests: England, Australia, Bangladesh, away. Sri Lanka, I know Sri Lanka won't be easy, but I have to think that if Australia beat them there, if we played well in Pakistan and India, I have to give us a good chance. Hello, little Liza Ina Zina. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I wonder. Tom Cruise or Leo DiCaprio, neither one of them. I'm a big fan of Christian Bale. I love Christian Bale. I was a big fan of, I'm going to give my age away here, millennial. I was such a big fan of Philip Seymour Hoffman. So yeah, I always think of Philip Seymour. I thought he was such a special actor. Bring out, yeah. I don't know whose decision it was to send out Travis Head, but it's definitely got the Poms quite rattled here, I think. Perth is a ghost town, anyways. Number 3, straight back to what was the point? Yeah, a friend of mine, Johnny Depp. Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan of Pirates of the Caribbean, but yeah. Also, do you guys know who's a very outside choice? I also Nicolas Cage. I'm such a fan of Nicolas Cage. He always made the coolest movies. Here comes Mark Wood. I mean, he hasn't had that much of an impact. I really pegged Mark Wood to have a really big impact. So it's quite interesting for me to see random guy. What's up? Ditch the same now. Akshar, NKR. Wouldn't proper extra batter have helped more? I think looking at this pitch, it's going to be about who can take wickets. So South Africa left out Corbin Bosch and they brought in, how's it going there? Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know who's one of my favorite actresses is Helena Bonham Carter. So I've got the exact same hair as Helena Bonham Carter, Bellatrix Lestrange from Harry Potter. I've got the exact same hair. So growing up, she was like one of my idols. I absolutely loved her. I've been busy rewatching the Harry Potter films actually. I've only got the last one left, so I'm excited for that one. But yeah, love Tim Burton, huge fan. Now that, hey yo, see that's the problem with pace and the fact that all of the English bowlers, you know, their pace, all of them are like 140 plus. Guys, the Poms look planless here. I just actually really want to hear what Michael Vaughan has to say. Um, South Africa and India, that's a shot. Yeah, the Aussies are alive and well. Is it Kerry O'Keefe speaking? Yeah, the guys, the Barmy Army have gone absolutely silent. Travis Head is looking like he's almost got 50. Ben Stokes has to come in now. Guys, this game, okay, I mean, guys, this game could be done today. There's 30 overs left. You need 129 runs. You're basically going at just over 4 and over. They're probably going to extend play if you've only got 30, 40 runs left by the end of day. I am very excited now. I am watching the Ashes, guys. I'm watching the Ashes. Somebody just please add that in the commentary. I'm actually watching the Ashes now. Yeah, that was my thing yesterday to my friend. I'm like, you just have to maybe try and get to the afternoon session of day 2, and then if it goes to day 3, it should be very favorable for batting. Yeah, Josh Tongue could not be a bad option. Look, I feel like what England are going to do, they're probably going to rest Wood, play Archer, play Wood, because those guys cannot play 5 test matches in a row. Yeah, I'm also watching the Ashes. Yeah, I also like Bradley Cooper. I like Bradley Cooper a lot. The other day I rewatched The Hangover. And Silver Linings Playbook is a great movie as well. Oi! Guys, this game is going to be done today. It's going to be done faster. Yeah, when Hazelwood and Cummins, when they return, you know. Oh, they keep showing the camera shots of the Barmy Army in the background. Yeah, the 2 southpaws are absolutely out. It extends only for 2 days. He can play all of them. Yeah, true. This is what I was saying about Ben Stokes as well. Is Ben can just go full throttle every game, because it's not as if we're going to have a 25-day series. It's probably going to end up being, what, 15, if even, with what we're seeing right now. Hi, Indian Russian. How much of a legend is Stark? Yeah, I love Mitch Stark. And it was really important, I think, for Stark to, he had to stand up, because his 2 buddies weren't there. I thought Boland, did Boland not take 3 wickets in 1 over? Oh, guys, here's the first wicket, and it is Bryden Cars. I'm just interested to see what pace that was at. Oh. All right, okay. England clearly feel that they're still in this. Yeah, that's out, I think. Same today in Perth. That was Aussies are scared of Ben Stokes' thoughts. I don't think Australia, they're not scared of anyone. I think of like India. I think players there could be Pant, Bumrah. But I mean, I think Bumrah is one of those players where you can be like, you could probably be scared of Bumrah, because he's just always got a ball with your name on it. Look, if that's the case, then why isn't Ben Stokes bowling? I think this is the opportune moment. I feel like if there's anybody who can get out Travis Head, it's going to be Ben Stokes. But sometimes I feel like against India, didn't he bowl that one spell of like 13, 14, 15 overs? Yeah, I follow Akash as well. How do you guys even know such things? How do you guys even see such things? India will never win against senior countries because they play the final straight after the IPL. Yeah, you know, the Aussie media, they were not very happy with Hazelwood playing that final. And for once, the South Africans didn't choose a franchise event above their country. Wasn't that quite beautiful, guys? Good morning. Yeah, I'm actually watching the Ashes right now. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to end my stream and then I'm going to start a new stream with the Ashes score. So give me 6, 7, 8 minutes and then I'll be back. Okay, 10 minutes maybe, just so I can redo this and then change the scores. And then, because I think the Ashes is going to be way more entertaining now for the last hour. So I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Okay, cheers.